Hey guys, Tom itself here. This is something I don't normally post on my channel. No, it's more Modern Warfare 3. No, this is a loss. And we realized right as the game was about to start, oh, that's a team of 5 or 6 we're going to be playing against. And the people who we had been playing against in this lobby had been pretty bad, which means the teammates who are going to be on our team, they're going to be really bad. And so they stick it out through the entire game, but it's quite unimpressive what they're able to do, despite the fact that myself and my two friends here, we're going to do everything we can to win this game. So we know we're not going to take B at the start. Instead, what we should do is focus on killing them while they're trying to take the point, and then retake the point, and hopefully that'll give us B, because this is a kind of linear map where Bravo is very important to hold, and it's quite deadly to step out there into the middle of the map to try to take that point. And we're hoping that as we recapture it, like Plan said, and then I'm using RPGs, so apparently I don't know how to aim the things at all. I know you need to aim at the ground where the guy's feet are, but apparently I'm not very good with them. We had been giving the enemy team juggernauts prior to this, with more people in the party, and so I'd had RPGs to deal with the juggernauts. And, well, actually that does end up helping out. I would have been better off just using the UMP instead of trying to get RPG kills, because they're kind of hard to get kills with, and apparently I don't know how to aim them. So yeah, I would have been better off not trying to use the RPGs. You'll see, we lost Bravo. I respawned way back by Alpha, and I realized the enemy team is pushed up around Bravo. There's no way I'm going to take the point, and even just trying to control the area around Bravo, not going to be very easy. Better off just to push around to the back and take the point out from behind them. Teammates didn't manage to hold Alpha while we did that, and you saw they started spawning in right as I was taking Charlie. They started spawning in right by me. It was a clear indication that the enemies knew we had moved around to Charlie and were working on capping Alpha from behind us, just kind of going in some crazy circle. But thankfully, in all of that confusion, even though we didn't really put up much of a defense at both Alpha and Charlie, they're not communicating too well, so they took both Alpha and Charlie, and that's going to let us come in force to Bravo and take it without getting exploded or shot, because they're not there to defend it. They went and took both Alpha and Charlie. We moved them out to the edges of the map and cleared out the middle. That's how that plan works, and it's a very reliable thing to do, and it really gives you an idea how well they're communicating and how well they're willing to stick to a plan if you can make them each leave either side of Bravo where they're defending it in order to retake the point. But you'll see, they're going to try to do the same thing to us. They're going to try and get back to Charlie. Again, they have an idea what they're doing, and it's going to take everything we can to stay in these buildings above Bravo and defend it. And of course they are going to do everything they can to try to get us out from the buildings above the point, including throwing C4 through the windows. I'm just hoping, looking at the minimap, seeing the green arrows, thinking, alright guys, you can take Charlie, because I can see the red dots, and there are a whole bunch of them everywhere else. Yes, we've got Charlie, and to draw a line there with that stealth bomber, try not to kill myself with it. I constantly do that in close games like this. I'll call it in and then run to the same place. It's the same thought process. I need to defend this area. I'll put a stealth bomber on it, and then I need to defend this area. I'll go run there and try to kill them on it. And I know the guy is coming behind me. I'm trying to be everywhere, do everything, but I'm going to prioritize killing the people who are on the points over keeping myself alive. Just because retaking that point, very risky, and I have a submachine gun, so even if I'm prone taking the point, it's going to be hard to kill someone coming at me from a distance. And it's one of those. I think I've seen him. Oh my gosh! I'm just trying to come in from directions they're not expecting. Now I've earned my EMP, and there's a temptation to call that in as soon as possible to get rid of that helicopter. But, and I think I'm the only person on my team running EMP. The longer I can wait on this EMP, the better. In fact, if I'm able to earn my second EMP, which is very doable in a game that's going this fast-paced, just as that first one wears off, that's ideal, because we don't really need it right now. We've got a Reaper up in the air, and we're still holding 2 points. We're slowly making a comeback. We're holding Bravo, and so we don't need that EMP to try to give us some momentum. And you'll see, I can't aim these RPGs for shit. I don't know what's going on. The other thing is, they're going to earn their stealth bombers and their EMPs too. And so if I can block out, I don't know what the score exactly is, but the 120 to 180 range, that's when some of the really heavy ordnance can come in, and making sure that they can't call that stuff in at that point is going to be more important than just firing off that EMP as fast as possible. I just keep running out there trying to get something, anything done, and it gets me killed quite a few times. Part of me knows that if I want to do well, I need to try to slow down a little bit, and the other part's like, no, you got to be everywhere. It doesn't matter if you die. And that was one of the reasons I chose this class. Is I have the RPGs because we had been giving the enemy team juggernauts, and this is the one point I'm actually thankful I have them. Otherwise, I would have been better off with just about anything else. But I had just replaced the juggernaut that I'd had with the EMP, and I knew I had a class that would at least work for. I could compete with, because again, getting the EMP, these close games, there are going to be lots of EMPs. I'm going to want Assassin when that happens, and if I have to change to an Assassin class at that point, I'm going to reset my support streaks. So I have to be running Assassin the entire game if I want to deal with it in the late game where we're going to be EMP'd all the time. Now, I'm going to try to prevent that by using my own EMPs. You didn't hear it, but they had just started calling in a stealth bomber, so that's the point at which I'm going to call in my EMP. He was really sneaky. He might have realized that I was running an EMP too, and I'd called in my stealth bomber. He would have waited until one of them had earned their EMP before calling in the stealth bomber, and then he would know that he wouldn't get a stealth bomber canceled by my EMP. More cases, I should just shoot these people instead of trying to RPG them. That's not smart. But I've just called in my EMP. I've earned my second stealth bomber, so I'm going to go ahead and call it in while my EMP is still active, so I don't have to worry about it getting canceled, because in these crazy games, that's entirely possible. Just unless you get that stealth bomber really early, I think you probably have to expect to wait until you've got an EMP up before you call in a stealth bomber, or things like an escort airdrop. You just want to wait if you see the enemies are likely to have it, especially if you've heard that stealth bomber, if you've seen the stealth bomber go by, and you know it's been a little bit, you need to have your own EMP up so that they can't destroy your kill streaks. I don't know what to say. It's kind of an odd balanced choice, especially for a game type like Domination, when stuff like this can happen. And I mean, the last half of the game could easily be one team would be EMP'd or the other. It's a game mechanic I don't really like, but hey, that's how the game plays out. Unfortunately, I was about 15 seconds too late earning my second EMP, and so they're going to EMP, I think at least 3 of them on the enemy team are going to EMP us, and if they're going to manage to keep it up, I almost feel like I need to keep a timer next to my Xbox so that I can, hit like a 55-second timer or something whenever that EMP goes off, and know when, if my team is using multiple EMPs, when the next one should come in for maximum effectiveness. Because if you wait until they start putting stuff up in the air, well, they could call in an EMP first, and then it gets wasted. I don't know. I think that they should probably change how long the EMP lasts, especially in the larger game modes, just because of how many people are going to have them. And I don't know. I think it's a serious, it's one of the more serious balance issues with the game. Never mind those silly stealth bombers giving kills to people running support back. And that was a kill from the grave with C4. I think it's because I was using Stalker and his C4 didn't disappear when he respawned. I am very confused by that. That doesn't help. And this right here, that is going to clinch the game for them. If we managed to take that point, we might have had a shot at this, even though it would have been kind of hard to defend it because we didn't have a lot of people there. But less than a second off of taking Bravo back. But now we're going to quickly get it to a point where we have to triple cap to win. And well, that's not going to happen here. We haven't triple capped the entire game. So that right there is gonna end the game. Maybe we play it out, but we can't win now. It's just not. It's not gonna happen. The other thing that's really gonna help them here at the end is that guy decides to do something really smart and start tacking in between Bravo and Charlie. Now it's risky for him. We'll kill him a whole bunch, but taking control of the area while he's doing that is quite a challenge. And he can just work around the corners with his FMG9, then either pushing them out from around Bravo, getting control of the art gallery, or getting to Charlie and defending it. having to deal with him is going to take up time, and it's going to make it so much more effective for the people coming from the Charlie building, because I'm going to have to pay attention to this guy. This is going to happen multiple times. He respawns, and I either have to pay attention to him or his teammates coming out of the Charlie building. And how do your RPGs work? That the bullet flinch would have knocked me off course. I don't know. And anyway, whatever. Again, this is just winding down now at this point because we cannot win this. So this is a salute and a reminder of just how crummy bad players can be in this game. And I don't know if these guys just aren't trying, if they're clueless or what, but yeah, I guess that's Call of Duty for you, man. I can pick up RPG kills here and there, but it doesn't matter. The game's over. Oh, we have a random teammate who keeps putting fake care packs on the points to defend them, I'm guessing. We're not going to let them get to our points, if at all possible. So I don't know if he's letting them get there to try and get kills with the fake care packs, but blah. That's about all I have to say on that matter. I'm watching the minimap. I can see the green arrow still turning over there on my right, so I know he's alive. But, nope, and I have to deal with the guy who just tagged in. So again, I don't know. You guys are terrible. We did what we could. It's 150 kills between the three of us. We did die a lot, but we were trying to do absolutely everything, so we're running around being reckless. And that's how you get a loss. Anyway, guys, I hope this was more enjoyable for you, because watching this is absolutely painful for me. Oh my god. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully we get back to some more noob crushing. Anyway, I'll see you later. Here are a couple recent videos of mine. First is a Silenced Scar MOAB and some RPG shenanigans from shore, and then there's a KSG and MP9 MOAB on Dome. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.